Hi, I am the old principal. 我就是老校长. Welcome to the Old Principal English Instructional Program. Now, what we do in this half an hour is I will tell a story, either my story or somebody else's story, and then we'll look at it sentence by sentence, and you will always pick up some new words. Hey, let's face the fact that when you learn or hear a story and you learn new words, it will help you. Even I have the good fortune to learn some Chinese on every story. And there's always a few new words. 我的中文讲得拉里拉杂的, but I always learn some new words, and I can use those words in my everyday conversation. Well, today's lesson is number 260, Saved by a Tidal Wave. Saved by a tidal wave. Okay, what is tidal? Tidal is 潮水, okay, 潮水, and wave is 浪, 海浪. Okay, so a tidal wave would be 浪潮, but I will explain more about that. First of all, let's listen to the story as Connie reads it, and then I'll be right back.
Story 260, Saved by a Tidal Wave. 8-year-old Larry worked for hours making a small boat for himself. He whittled, scraped, and sanded his foot-long wood boat until its hull resembled a PT boat, like the one J.F. Kennedy commanded in World War II. When Larry was satisfied that it was, quote, seaworthy, he hurried to the lake to see if it would really sail. It proved to be well balanced and rode the small waves better than he'd expected. He was having a wonderful time with his homemade toy when the pull string slipped from his fingers. A miniature tidal wave carried the tiny craft out beyond his reach. Imagine his distress as he saw his prize drifting farther from shore. Oh, and yet he couldn't do anything. He looked around for help. "Can you help me?" he appealed to an older boy nearby. "I spent lots of time making that boat, and I don't want to lose it." The older boy looked at Larry and saw him fighting back tears. He didn't say anything, but he picked up some large stones and began throwing them in the direction of Larry's craft. At first, Larry felt deeper anxiety because he thought the boy was trying to sink his boat. But as he watched, he noticed that each stone the boy threw splashed beyond the tiny vessel and created another mini tidal wave, moving the boat closer to shore. At last, Larry reached out and grabbed the string. He smiled at the other boy and was thrilled again to be playing with his homemade boat. We often get in beyond our depth in life. We call for help from people who seem to have advantages that we need. Though we may not always feel comfortable with their terms, we can often find people whose tidal wave force can save us from our troubles.
Welcome back. 8-year-old Larry worked for hours making a small boat for himself. How old is Larry? Larry is 8 years old. He worked for hours. What does it mean to work for hours? 他努力工作，做一个小船 所以为自己做一个小船 going on. And then it says, he whittled, he scraped, and he sanded his foot long. So the boat is about this long. Wood boat, what is it made out of? It's made out of wood, 是木头做的呢。And its hull, that is, the bottom of the ship was like a PT boat. PT boat is a small boat used during wars, okay? It's called PT boat, okay? He whittled, he scraped, and he sanded. These are three things he did. To whittle means to shout, okay? So he whittled, he scraped, gua, and he sanded. Sanded 是用这个磨砂 okay, to use 这个沙子 and he used sanding. He whittled, he scraped, and he sanded, and it was a foot-long wood boat, and its hull, that's the bottom part of the ship, the hull, the main part of the ship that's in the water. It resembled 有一点像 to resemble 很像 okay 很像于 PT boat, and this is a small boat, a very fast boat during they used during World War II. Okay, going on. Okay, like the most famous person who was a captain of a PT boat was J.F. Kennedy, 美国前任的总统Kennedy he was the captain, 他是船长 he commanded it. That means he was the one in charge of this boat. And so the little boy, Larry's boat, was just like not just like, a little bit like, it resembled at least the hull, the bottom part of the PT boat that Kennedy was famous for commanding. Going on. When Larry was satisfied, now just to be satisfied meaning he was satisfied, 满意, it was seaworthy. Okay, this is two words, 两个字并在一起. Sea, 海, worthy is the second word, okay, and to seaworthy means 能够航行, okay, 不会沉没, okay. So when he was satisfied that it was seaworthy, that means it would float, 会漂水. He hurried to the lake to see if it really would sail. So you can see the picture now. A little boy, he works many hours. He makes a beautiful little wood boat, and I'm sure he took it into his house and he tried it, and he says, yeah, it floats, 会漂水, it's seaworthy. Then he hurried to the lake, 跑到这个湖边呢, he is going to sail it on the lake. Going on. It proved to be well balanced. Okay? It proved to be, in this case, proved to be 这个结果呢, so well, 这平衡是很好. It proved to be. It simply, if something proves to be such and such, then 结果呢, okay, it proved to be, and rode the small waves better than he expected. 在这个小浪上面 we would say ripples, little 的小小的这个浪 okay, 波浪 okay, better than expected 比他所想象的还要好 better than his 期望 maybe is a better way, or his imagination. He said, wow, it is great. Going on, he was having a wonderful time with his homemade toy. What is a homemade thing? Anything that's homemade is made at home, of course. So if you have a homemade thing, then the opposite of homemade, we say store-bought or we say store-bought or homemade. Now, this wasn't store-bought. He didn't buy it at the store. He made it at home by himself. He whittled, he sanded, he scraped, and he made this boat, and it looked like, remember, the boat that J.F. Kennedy, the president of the United States, commanded when he was younger, okay? He was having a wonderful time, 过得好愉快, okay, with his homemade toy, 玩具. When the pull string, 这个拉线, so he had a pull string, slipped from his fingers, 从他的手指头露出来. Okay, fingers, 手指头, and then slipped, 露出来. So, what's going to happen now? Where is the boat going? I need to, I can't go out into the water because the water is deep. Going on. A miniature tidal wave carried the tiny craft, the tiny boat. We say a craft, when we say, sometimes we use craft to 代替船, okay? So a miniature means a 微小的小小的呢 tidal wave 浪潮. Now, let me explain right at the moment. This a tidal wave in this case has nothing to do with tide, 不是潮水. But it is a 浪, 波浪. So when we say a miniature tidal wave, it's just a little wave. But now in this case, tidal wave is usually thought of as a big wave. In fact, if you live at the ocean and you are around there, you will hear people talk about tidal wave. That means 这个海浪是比一般的海浪还要大, 高大. Okay, a tidal wave. Okay, so a miniature tidal wave carried his craft out beyond his reach, 比他能够够到的更加远. In other words, he couldn't grab it. There was no way to get it. So, imagine his distress. 可以想象他的难过. And then you'll see something that may be surprising to you. His prize. He saw his prize. Now, prize is something that you win in a lottery or in a game or something, a prize, okay? But this doesn't mean a prize here. Some things, if you say prized possession, 它宝贵, 宝贝 拥有的东西啊。Okay? So when you see it say his prize was drifting, 漂流，越来越离开这个岸边呢。In this case, prize means 他的宝贝，他的宝贝。And yet, he couldn't do anything about it. He looked around for help. 他没办法做什么。He couldn't do anything about it. It was going farther and farther away. And he looked around for help. And 转身呢，看有没有人可以帮忙。Going on. Can you help me? He appealed. To appeal. 恳求，恳求。你能不能帮忙我？他恳求。An older boy nearby. This is an older boy who's nearby. I spent lots of time making that boat, and I don't want to lose it. 我花了许多时间呢 making that boat, 造这个小船 and I don't want to lose it. 我不要失去它。So you can see the little boy is not so happy. In fact, the older boy looked at Larry and saw him fighting back the tears. What does it mean to fight back the tears? Of course, when you cry, 你就掉眼泪, right? So if you are fighting back the tears, 忍着, that's it, 忍耐啊，忍着掉眼泪. So he is fighting back. I'm sure if you looked in his eyes, you would see that he was really crying, but he didn't want to cry. He didn't say anything. This is the older boy. The older boy, 年纪比较大的, didn't say anything. He just picked up some large stones. 他就把一些大石头拿起来，捡起来, okay? And began throwing them the direction of Larry's craft. Remember craft? What is a craft? It's a boat, okay? So he began throwing the stones, 朝着哪一个方向呢? Toward Larry's boat. So he's throwing these stones toward the boat. Now, what do you think Larry was thinking? Going on. At first, Larry felt deeper anxiety. 更加难过. He is anxiety, 担忧. He's anxious, 担忧, because he thought that the boy was trying to sink his boat. 看起来好像这个大男孩子要弄沉沉没，弄成他的小船。So he said, "Oh, he's trying to sink my boat," and so he's 更加难过. Go ahead. But as he watched, 当他看见的, he noticed that each stone, 每一个石头, that the boy threw beyond the little boat, the tiny vessel. Wow! Here we have again a third word. we had, let's go back there. Okay, vessel. In this lesson today, you have 3 ways of saying boat. Of course, boat is 船, 小船. But anyway, a boat is a 船. Sometimes we say craft, and we also mean boat. And now the third one we have here is this one right here, tiny vessel, little boat. 3 ways of saying boat. Now, as he watched, each stone the boy threw splashed, 落在 what? Beyond, 过那个小船. So, if this is the boat, and the rocks went over the boat, and went on this side, over the boat, okay? Splash, 落在那个tiny vessel 的另外一边呢 farther side, going on, okay? And it created another 另外一个 tidal wave, mini meaning small, mini meaning small, small tidal wave, 浪潮. And what was it doing? It was moving the boat closer and closer to the shore. So the boy was throwing the rocks beyond it, and the waves, or the mini tidal wave, each one of them caused the boat to come a little bit closer到岸边. At last, Larry reached out and grabbed the string. 他就抓住的钩道 the string, 这个线. He smiled at the other boy. Okay, 当然，他是向这个另外一个大男孩子就笑一笑啊。And he was thrilled again to be playing with his homemade boat. Okay, what does it mean to be thrilled? Okay, to be thrilled means to be happy. 不是一般的 happy, 是很有兴奋的 happy. Very, very 超级的 happy. Thrilled to death. In fact, we often say we are thrilled to death. Happy to death? 快乐要死吗? Well, I don't know if that's the way you say it in Chinese, but he was thrilled again to be playing with his homemade boat. Okay, now we come down to the last part of our lesson. Last 2 paragraphs, a little bit of philosophy, 这个老校长的哲学. We often get beyond our depth in life. 我们人生经常我们到某一个地步 beyond our depth means 这个水的深度或人生呢比较困难. So we get beyond our depth in life. It just means, you just think, if you're in deep water, in fact, we even use the term deep water, meaning 很危险很困难的时候. And we often get beyond our depth. We get into deep water. And when we do, we call for help from people who seem to have advantages that we don't have. When we are in deep water and it's difficult situation and 我们自己本身就没办法应付 okay, then we call for people who seem to have advantages 看起来好像他们的优势刚好是 we need 我们所需要的优势 so we ask we call for people to help us going on now though we may not always feel comfortable with their terms now this is very interesting 虽然我们不一定总是很舒服接受他们的手段他们的做法 You see, in this case, their terms, the way they do things. We often feel, maybe we don't like what they're doing, but we can find people whose tidal wave force can save us from our troubles. And then the final little sentence here is, we can find people who help us, and their tidal wave 他们的魄力这个浪潮的魄力 can help us solve our problems. In fact, it says here, can save us from our troubles. 我们的麻烦或我们的问题 So, don't be afraid of a mini tidal wave because it may be helping you. So, there's the story. Let's take a look here at our email address. Our email address is theoldprinciple@gmail.com and our website is www.theoldprinciple.org. Hey, it's been great to spend this time with me, and I do hope that you will invite somebody to join you next time for another session with the Old Principle. Until then, bye-bye.